Hello, and once again, welcome back. It is time for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 Days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. It has been surfing my coffee table ever since, and it is a source, a constant source of good comic book shop style conversation, the kind we used to have in the funny book bodegas on any given Wednesday. What goes better with coffee table talks and coffee table books? Pull up a chair to the coffee table, get a cup of your favorite, and let's talk comic books. Oh, that's amazing. Ethiopian Yirgacheffe. Oh, you can get some yourself. There's a button in my banner. You can find it. Go for it. The Golden Age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955. The Silver Age runs from 1956 until 1970. The Bronze Age, I'm a Bronze Age baby, runs between 1970 and 1985. And the Copper Age begins in 1985. I get these definitions and standards of the ages through the glossary of the Overstreet Price Guide. This is the most current one, and the glossary is in the back, and this is actually worth the money, and it's a good resource for any comic book fan. Serious. This was a good pickup, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. I have a link to the Amazon page in the description. This is a 2004 Abrams publication, written and curated by Geoff Spear, Les Daniels, and Chip Kidd. It will look great on your coffee table, and it makes a great gift for a geek. I know. Get your own copy. I usually also drop something called the Escapism Caveat. It's about activism versus escapism. Is one more important than the other? There's a video I'll put in the corner at the end of this video and free up a little time. I made an extended cut of the Escapism Caveat, and you're welcome to check that out on your own. I think that's a good video, and it stands on its own merit. Yeah, here we go. Hello. Indeed, yes. Let's get to it. It's August the 15th. I hope you're having an excellent day. I am. I just got back from a convention, from con. Yeah, con. Yes, I was at a con all weekend with people from the fellowship, and we bonded, made new friends, and continued our in real life meeting up and having a good time together. I use this book for its intended purpose. It's a 365 days book. We open to today's date. We look at some comic book art from an antediluvian age. We read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. Tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and you'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page. We're going to do that right now. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm really grateful for you. And if you love comic books as much as I do, you have turned into the right channel, the right show, and we're going to have a great conversation. Because we do every day. Yeah. And it's August the 15th. This is art by Charles Sultan from the cover of Master Comics, number 18, from September of 1941. Master Comics was a Fawcett comic. So this was one, like in the Shazam universe, one could say. And this got absorbed and became a DC property after 1953. And that's why it's part of the Golden Age of DC Comics, because they bought out the competition. This is true. And this is Bullet Man and Bullet Girl, and they battle the Unholy Three, which appears to be a big lug, a smart, bald, perhaps mad scientist, and some kind of simian assistant. Let's find out who they are. Let's read the blurb and talk a little bit more about Bullet Man, Bullet Girl, and ultimately the Bulleteer that came about in 2005 under the pen of Grant Morrison. Bullet Man, one of those fortunate fellows whose companion was a beautiful woman instead of a kid or a comedian, was born as Jim Barr, a chemist and the son of a murdered policeman. Experimenting with a formula that he hoped might cure criminals, Barr accidentally gave himself lots of muscles. The distinctive helmets that enabled him and his partner to fly were just the icing on the cake. The villains here obviously owe their names and some of their characteristics to the two film versions of the Unholy Three. One silent and one with sound. Both starring celebrated character actor Lon Chaney. Yeah, Lon Chaney. And it's like reference upon reference of the antediluvian age of the World War II era. We had just come out of the Dust Bowl, and the Great Depression. And now kids had something they never had before, pocket change, to spend on a funny book at the newsstand, And just look at this art just for another second, like, be an American. I mean, like, that's cool. I mean, this is from a cover of a comic. Yeah, and there's not much to say about Bullet Man besides maybe reading the wiki, because I like to say wiki. Where does that come from? It comes from Rich Evans of Red Letter Media. ATST. He's got this higher register voice and a distinctive laugh. And so he just nails certain words and enunciates them in a certain way. And Bullet Man and Bullet Girl are fictional superheroes, originally published by Fawcett Comics. Their first appearance was Nickel Comics #1 of May of 1940. This comic was distinct from others on the market at the time because it cost 5 cents as opposed to 10 cents and was half as long as the standard 64-page comic and came out every 2 weeks instead of 4. So that they were, so you're basically getting the same volume of comic book at the same cover price, but over 2 publications. And let's just say real quick, using the CPI inflation calculator from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, that 5 cents, 0.05 what was this again? Let's look. Because we have resources. We can look this up. September of 1941, the U.S. had not entered World War II as of yet. All right. And compared. All right. And a nickel, 5 cents in September of 1941 has the same buying power as 98 cents in July of 2022. Almost $1. Yeah. So for $1, you would get 10 pages more than what you're getting today. But probably most of those pages, those 10 pages, were advertisements. Because that's what comic books and publications were for, not just to disseminate information, knowledge, and story, but to sell ad space. It's funny how that works, huh? Awesome. I have a bit of maybe this is my first go with con crud. I have a sinusy thing going on, a sore throat. I'm really tired. I'll take a COVID test later, but yeah. I was at a convention all weekend with members of my internet community, and I'm very happy and proud to be part of them. And we had supper all together, 16 of us on Saturday night. Thank you, Thomas Gilkey, a.k.a. at the Gilkinator here on Twitter. He arranged that table and dissected the bill, and everything worked out very nicely. And it's the usual group of people that meet up for our movie and dinner nights. Like Sauron Cosplay, Dr. Rachel Lindbergh, Memes of Destruction, Thomas Gilkey, Brightest Day, Macklin Made It. And there were so many people. I mean, and Pope Metallicus. It's we all hang out together, a couple of times a year now, and it's great. We've made new friends in real life, and I'm very blessed for that. And part of this video, I want to show you my haul, my comics haul from the comic book convention. It was Fan Expo Boston. August 12th through the 14th of 2022. I had a 3-day pass, and I spent a lot of time with my friends and enjoying the cosplay. I did a full cosplay on Saturday. I was Endgame Captain America. You can see my Mjolnir and my shield and my motocross jacket, and yeah, I had a good time. It got a little sweaty under there, and my shoes ended up killing my feet. So I switched to flip-flops. And Drunk 3PO, Jay, gave me... I was like, look at you. What is that? You're in cosplay and you're in flip-flops? I'm like, oh, my feet were killing me, man. Have some mercy. That was cool. I got to meet Cecil. I got to meet Chrissy Marr. I got to meet Anna, that Star Wars girl. I got to meet Jay, Drunk 3PO. And much love. And thank you for introducing me to Cecil. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Cecil. I've been watching his show for a couple of years now. And I wake up so bloody early for work, 3:30 a.m. So on a Friday morning, when I wake up, the first thing I do is turn on the Jack Show. That's J for John Malin, A for Anna, that Star Wars girl, C for Cecil, and K for Kelsey Shannon. And they've had this outrageously offensive and witty and dirty-minded adult show going on for a few years now, and it is just one of my favorite experiences on YouTube. It really is. So let's get to my haul. I was blessed to meet H.H. German. He's the creator of Here Comes Calico and Sigma Comics. He gave me all 5 issues. I was going to pay for them, and he was like, no, you're taking this. He's a very firm dude, man. I like him a lot. I like the cut of his jib. He's awesome. I know him from Wes's Thinking Critical, and also Perch, Comics by Perch, does interviews with him too. And he's an independent comics creator. And I'm going to buy the rest of these. This is a 6-issue mini, and it's an original character. And it's supporting a Latino creator as well. And I'm going to see if my friend Polly, the Latino slant, would like to interview H.H. German. I mean, like, yeah, let's use this social networking for social networking. Exactly. Okay, my prize of this, my 2 biggest moments besides seeing my friends and doing cosplay event was at the con was meeting Frank Miller, the legendary Batman and Daredevil writer of the 300, of Ronin, of Sin City, of The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, this is a legendary comic book writer of the late Bronze and early and the Copper Age, and I got Frank Miller to sign this magazine. This magazine is very important to me. In April at WickedCon, I met and had an opportunity, and I actually bought this for I bought it for about $15. I found it in the bins because this book I bought before summer camp in 1981. I was 8 years old. Yeah, and I was going to a YMCA day camp, and I'd be 9 in November, so I was definitely 8 years old. I've been saying I was 9 years old when I got this. No, I was 8, and it was my pocket change. And I went to the corner store, and this was on the spinner rack, and I paid 50 cents for this, and I read this over and over again. So I got to buy this and have Klaus Johnson sign it, and then I got Frank Miller to sign it. And he talked me up for a couple of minutes, man. I paid $80, like we all did, and I waited in line for like about an hour. And there was a longer line behind me because I showed up early. And he literally talked to me for a couple of minutes. He knew exactly where he remembered where he was when he drew this cover. And that's great. I mean, this is the prize of my haul. And I'm very looking forward to checking out Here Comes Calico. I really am. And I'm going to finish my my haul on tomorrow's video. I know, give you something to tune in for, to see what else did Sully get. I had a list, man, or girl, or anywhere in the grand spectrum of humanity where you identify, and you're welcome here. I had a list on my phone, and I checked off a bunch of stuff, and we'll get into that tomorrow. And thank you so much for tuning in. We have been talking about comic books, and we're going to be talking about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. I make daily content. We talk about comic books. We talk about cooking. I'm a professional chef. I'm also known as the Sultan of Soup. This is true. I share cooking hacks and delicious soup videos, and they're pretty popular, and they make people happy. I will point out the planets in the morning sky, the pre-dawn morning sky. I was like, look, there's the planet Mars. Behold. I love this, and I love sharing that with people. And so thank you so much for tuning in. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again in the funny pages tomorrow, okay? Ciao, and have a great day. Bye-bye.